Hey everyone, in this video, let's do an updated review of Sintra in 2026. In order to do so, here we are at Sintra Ai and we're all logged in. And one of the first things I'm finding here is that we now have brand kits in Sintra, which is really awesome. Brand kit brings everything together: your logo, your color palette, your brand voice, your value proposition, business description, media library. Once it's set, Soshi, our social media expert, can then use it automatically so that your posts stay consistent, on brand, and much closer to the final from the first draft. Let's go ahead and click on Create My Brand Kit. It's a good place to start. We'll take a look at the rest here in a moment. Let's go ahead and log in. And it looks like we've also got our social media manager to set up as well. So we've got a few things here that are popping up brand new to take a look at. Did have social media manager before, but it seems to me like maybe they've got some new stuff. So we'll take a look at that here in a moment. Okay, and we're all logged in. And the first thing it's doing is it's actually bringing us here to our social media manager. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Setup Social Media Manager. We can also create content, but let's go ahead and click Setup. And we'll click Next. How Soshi works: weekly posts, you're always in control, make it yours, unique content. And we've got Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn organization, YouTube, and TikTok. So this is kind of cool. They've added YouTube, and Instagram was there before, LinkedIn was there before, and they added TikTok as well. So that's pretty cool. So that just gives you an idea of what you can do with the social media manager. And this is automatically going to post content to these accounts if you get these set up. Let's go ahead and just go back here so that we can take a look at what is new with Sintra, because they have made some changes here recently, and we're going to take a look at those changes. So here we're at our homepage, and on our homepage, the first thing we can do is we can start by just chatting with Sintra. We can even go into voice mode to start off with, which is really quite handy for brainstorming. You can attach files, and we've even got smart mode now. Thinks harder and creates better images, but it also uses more credits. So that's a little bit interesting, because in the past, I don't recall there ever being credits. Let's take a look at that and see if we can find any information on credits. Now, that might just be an error. Not familiar with credits with Sintra, but we'll go ahead and we'll take a peek around. But since we're looking at it, and since you've been so patient hanging out with us, you can use this code and get 1 month free of Sintra, 2R3PE. Use this referral code and you can try out Sintra for yourself. We also have a promotional code in our link tree for 60% off your first month subscription. So you might want to try out both, but at the very least, you can get 1 free month to get started. Let's head back here to the home page, and we have our use cases. Now, the use cases used to be the power-ups. This is one of the main significant changes that they've made here recently, is that you're no longer going to find the power-up section. You're going to find use cases. So we can click here to see all, and you can see all of these different use cases, and there is some really cool stuff here. So make sure that you take a look at this page, because you can get a lot directly from your AI employees, but also taking a look at the use cases. You've got some really cool stuff here. We can upscale, remove image background, review pricing strategies, optimize websites, all sorts of stuff here. So make sure that you take a look at that. And then from there, we have all of our different helpers. Business development, social media, web builder, customer support, data, virtual assistant, copywriter, email, talent, sales, SEO, personal development. There is so much cool stuff here. And I really think that whether you're a new business owner or an established business owner, you can really take advantage of Sintra as a brain for your operations. There's just so much here that you can take advantage of. Let's just take a look at Buddy, our business development helper. And we can see here that once we get started with any of our helpers, we're going to get to this page here. We can use voice mode. We've got the attach, we've got the smart mode, and we also can find the use cases here. So we have specific use cases that we can use for Buddy, and you're going to find the same thing for each of your employees. Again, this replaces the power-ups from before. And over here on the left-hand side, we have all of our different chats that we have created here with Buddy. And it's a good idea to pin chats if you have a specific conversation that you want to go ongoing. Next to each of our chats, you're going to find these three little dots. And if you click here, you could see where it says rename, and we can add to favorites. So if we click add to favorites, then you can see now it's up in our pin section. So any important conversations that you have, you can keep those up here. And it's a good idea to rename them as well. If there's something specific that's going to trigger something for you, then it's a good idea to rename that. Let's go ahead and head back, and we have all these different options to explore through. We already took a look at Soshi. Let's take a look at Cassie with customer support. And with Cassie, we have our use cases here: summarize today's emails, build support knowledge base, analyze customer reviews, generate an FAQ. Let's take a look here at the settings cog. You're going to find the same thing with each of your helpers, and this allows you to dial in the way that you interact with your specific buddies, your specific helpers here. So we could keep this to strictly professional, official, casual, friendly, relaxed, super chill, whatever your preference is. You can slide the bar here. We can change the message length to short, medium, or long. I have mine set to long because I do like to get as much info as possible. We could change the language to basic, casual, or expert. We can search Google. We can have it match our writing style. I don't think I need that, so I'm going to go ahead and toggle that off, and we can even add custom instructions if we want to put that here. And then when we're done, we can hit save, and that's going to save these settings for our specific helper. We also have our inbox, and with the inbox, you're going to get 10 new questions kind of daily, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a good idea for getting to know you. Anything that you answer here goes into your Brain AI section, which we'll take a look at here in a moment. We've got our automations. So we've got our social media manager, our inbox manager, our daily summarizer, our Facebook commenter, and we have our Brain AI section. And this is the brain of Sintra, and this is where it gets to know you over time. So you could see here, these are all of the little factoids that Sintra has gathered about Skillcraft, and this is how Sintra is able to tailor its insights. So it's a good idea to spend time with Sintra, so that way it gets to know you, and the more it does, the better the responses are going to be. Finally, we have the history here, and this is nice because it's just a one-stop shop for all of your different chats that you've had with your different helpers. So anything you can find here, so you don't have to go digging through each individual helper. But what will happen is when you put in your query for the day, it's automatically going to match you up with the relevant helpers. So you can start daily and just put in what it is that you're dealing with in the day, and then Sintra will match you up with your helper, and you can go from there. I really love Sintra. I think it is one of the most useful AI tools out there. And again, to say thank you for hanging out with us, you can use this referral code, and you can use our referral code as well in the link tree in order to get 60% off. And that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe, and don't forget to set your notifications for more helpful tips. Also, if you take a look in the description, you'll find a link to our link tree. There you'll find our top AI recommendations, including Sintra. Finally, if you're interested in an online bank, check out Simply Financial. If you use our referral link, you can get $50 to open an account. And if you refer your friends and family, you can get $125 per referral. It's a great deal. It's a great bank. Comes highly recommended. Check to see if it's available in your area.